P0497 on this 2010 to 2016 Honda CR-V means the EVAP system may not be seeing the purge flow it expects. The vehicle may run normally, or it may only have a warning light, and EVAP symptoms can be intermittent. Possible fault areas can include the purge line, the purge valve, the FTP sensor, the vent shut valve, connector or terminal issues, and restrictions in the EVAP plumbing. Start with the basic system checks and follow a structured diagnostic approach. Then turn the vehicle to the on mode, clear the code with the HDS, go into EVAP test and run the function test. If the result is OK, treat it as an intermittent at this time. Check for poor connections or loose terminals at the FTP sensor, the EVAP canister purge valve, the EVAP canister vent shut valve, and the PCM. If captured data is available, try to reproduce the operating conditions that were present when the fault was recorded. If the result is not OK, the fault is duplicated, so move on to the purge line inspection. Turn the vehicle to the OFF lock mode. Before putting gauges on it, inspect the EVAP canister purge line between the throttle body and the EVAP canister. You are looking for a poor connection, a blockage, or damage. If the line is not OK, reconnect or repair the EVAP canister purge line. If the line checks out, continue with vacuum testing at the purge valve side. Disconnect the vacuum hose or purge line from the EVAP canister purge valve in the engine compartment. Connect a T-fitting, a vacuum gauge, and a vacuum pump /gauge rated 030 in Hg to the hose. Turn the vehicle to the on mode. With the HDS, go back into EVAP test, select EVAP PCS on in single solenoid, and apply about 2 kPa 0. 6 in Hg, 15 mm Hg of vacuum to the hose. Watch whether it holds vacuum. If it holds vacuum, the diagnostic path calls for replacing the EVAP canister purge valve. If it does not hold vacuum, keep going farther down the purge path. Next, use the HDS to select EVAP PCS off in single solenoid, then reconnect the vacuum hose to the EVAP canister purge valve. Remove the left middle floor undercover. Disconnect the EVAP canister purge line from the canister and connect the T-fitting, vacuum gauge, and vacuum pump /gauge to that purge line. Apply about 2 kPa 0. 6 in Hg, 15 mm Hg of vacuum to the hose. Then select EVAP PCS on in single solenoid with the HDS. If it holds vacuum here, check for a blockage in the purge line between the EVAP canister purge valve and the EVAP canister. If it does not hold vacuum, move to the FTP sensor performance check. Turn the vehicle to the OFF lock mode. Remove the FTP sensor with its connector still connected. Connect the T-fitting to the vacuum pump /gauge and connect the vacuum gauge to the FTP sensor. Turn the vehicle to the on mode. Check and record the FTP sensor reading in the HDS data list. Now slowly apply about 1.3 kPa 0. 4 in Hg, 10 mm Hg of vacuum to the hose and watch the FTP sensor value in the data list. Be careful not to exceed that vacuum because the FTP sensor can be damaged. If the value changes, continue to the next purge line check. If the value does not change, the diagnostic path calls for replacing the FTP sensor. Turn the vehicle to the OFF lock mode. Reconnect the EVAP canister purge line to the canister and reinstall the FTP sensor. Then disconnect the vacuum hose or purge line from the EVAP canister purge valve in the engine compartment. Connect the T-fitting, vacuum gauge, and vacuum pump /gauge to that hose. Slowly apply about 2 kPa 0. 6 in Hg, 15 mm Hg of vacuum to the hose. If the hose holds vacuum, check for a blockage at the EVAP canister purge line port. If the hose does not hold vacuum, the diagnostic path calls for replacing the EVAP canister vent shut valve. The takeaway on P0497 is to prove the low flow condition first, then work the system in order: line condition, purge valve control, canister side flow, FTP sensor response, and the final purge line check. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.